Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening in the podcast. Today is September 18, Wednesday, 2024. I wanted to come here and speak about this tragic story that happened a couple of days ago. This is so tragic, you guys, and I wanted to create this episode, and I do apologize. I cannot make um I'm not recording it like I normally will do for YouTube. Um, but I wanted to come and speak about this because, like I always tell you, everybody, your life can change at any moment. At the end of the day, you guys, we plan our days. We think we have control, and anything can happen, really. So the best thing to do is to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, because tomorrow is not promised. So anything can happen. I'm gonna speak to you guys about this family who was on vacation in Hawaii, and the mother and the father drowned when they went swimming, leaving behind their 18-month-old baby, their child they took with them on vacation. And also, just to let you know, the mom was also pregnant, so all three of them died, right? So let me read to you guys this story. Pregnant mother and her husband drowned while snorkeling in Maui. The couple's 18-month-old son was staying with his aunt and uncle at the time. It says here, a husband and a wife who was pregnant while their second child drowned while vacationing in Maui over the weekend. The incident happened on Saturday, September 14 at approximately 12 noon. Maui County Fire Department confirmed in a statement. Quote-unquote, Maui Fire Department and ocean safety personnel responded to the report of swimmers in distress in the area along the north side of Ahiki-Kinawi Natural Area Reserve, the fire department told the press. An unofficial aboard a jet ski first located a non-responsive 26-year-old female who was pulled from the waters and brought back to shore to receive CPR. While arriving, firefighters focused their efforts on the woman. The jet ski returned to the waters to search for the 25-year-old male the 26-year-old was reportedly with. So they went back to search for the dad, right? And according to Maui County Fire Department, he was found on the bottom, 100 to 150 yards from shore. Resuscitation efforts proved to be unsuccessful, and both parties were pronounced deceased at the scene by EMS. The fire department said that they that's basically what happened. That's what they told the press. A GoFundMe account organized by Andrei Tupikov identifies the deceased Alaya and Sofia Tisaruk. I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing these names, but their names were Laya and Sofia Tisaruk. It says here, quote unquote, yesterday we lost a dear sister and brother, daughter and son, and beautiful niece. So she was pregnant with their with their second child, which was going to be a girl, right? But it says, yesterday we lost a dear sister and brother and daughter and son and a beautiful niece, but we know that heaven received and gained the three of them with open arms, right? On September 14, Laya and Sofia tragically passed away together while vacationing in Maui. They were retrieved from the ocean by lifeguards who were unable to revive them after much effort. The GoFundMe noted that the Tisarkus were expecting another child at the time of their death. It says Sophia was pregnant with a baby girl and they left behind their 18-month-old baby Logan, who was staying with his aunt and uncle at the time. So that is so sad, you guys. When I heard this story, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so tragic. It is so sad. I'm sure, guys, the last thing in their mind was that something like this could ever happen. and leaving their 18-month-old behind. She was also pregnant too. And they just, they're vacationing in Hawaii, out of all places, beautiful place, right? And they're enjoying their time, and they go for a swim, and then they never return alive. That's all. Your life can change. Your life can change at any moment. It says that Laia and Sophia are remembered as people who loved the Lord and were always serving in the church and serving people around them. So isn't that such a comforting thing to know? They were always serving in the church and they loved the Lord. Like, this is what, when you read a story like this, that's how you know. When I read somebody who dies and then you see that they live a Christian life, they live loving the Lord, right, and serving, that tells you, like, immediately what comes to my mind is that verse that says, in my Father's house there are many mansions. Sometimes in life we don't understand why things happen, right? We don't understand, as tragic as anything in life could be. We don't understand. There are things that don't make sense. To me, I can tell you, there are things that I question. It could be like, dealing my mom has been sick for a while now. Sometimes, I'm like, I cannot believe that she doesn't walk anymore. Things like this, right? And there are things that I don't understand. And then you wonder, how can this happen? And there are things that we shouldn't, there's a reason for everything. And a lot of the times, also in the Bible says, because when they came to Jesus and asked, who sinned, his parents or him, right? And Jesus said, this is happening so that the works of God could be manifested in him. So sometimes, our ways are not his ways. And even though we as a human, small-minded, could be questioning things that happen, like God, that nothing takes God by surprise. Nothing takes God by surprise. That's another thing that you need to know. So I'm going to leave. You guys know that I do support GoFundMe a lot. I'm always sharing links, especially when I tell you the story. I think GoFundMe is such a great venue for a community to come together and, and help people in need. Sometimes we like, oh, that's, I don't even know who they are. By the way, they're from Washington State. So sometimes we hear about stories, we're like, I don't know who they are, but we are called to help people out too. And if you feel compelled to help them, they left their 18-month-old baby boy, Logan. So he's going to grow up now without parents. But like I said, there's a reasoning for that, even if sometimes we don't understand it. It's almost like a lot of the times, nothing is taking God by surprise. And when things happen, you have to understand it's happening. And that's it. Like God, God knows that it's happening. It's not going to be like 18 years from now and be like, oh, I can't believe this kid grew up without parents. Like, you never know, right? Like, God knows why things happen. That's the whole point that I'm trying to say. I'm getting myself confused here. So the GoFundMe link I'm going to post so you guys can go and help out. The funerals are scheduled for September 25th, and quote unquote, the family said, we are blessed to have had both of them in our lives and are left now with the sweet memories and moments that we shared together with them. Their serving spirit and warm company will never be forgotten, and may God help us all to love and serve one another as Laia and Sophia serve, right? Again, guys, I do apologize if I might be mispronouncing some of the names, but when you hear a story, because, every time somebody dies, everybody say, oh yeah, they're in a better place. When you read a story about somebody who passed, right? And you know that these are people of God, because it says they love the Lord and they serve in the church, and that there is such a comfort to that. And that's the whole point, that regardless of what could happen, if something tragic happened in this life, I know I'm going to open my eyes, in front of Jesus. Like Jesus said, I'm going to go prepare a place for you. And he said, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. And that is our comfort, right? That through Jesus Christ, we get eternal salvation through him. So at the end of the day, guys, what's going to matter the most is a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel, listening in the podcast. Please, if you want to help out the family, I'm going to leave the link. And let me know what you think about this. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good day. God bless.